Hey Matt, if you get a chance to take a look at this, this is that form I've been working on this afternoon, and the issue is that I'm having a builder report that is supposed to be able to link to an update page. And what's happening is that link is, instead of going to a fresh page to update the load the update page, it's actually loading that page inside of where that builder report was, and I have no idea why this is happening. But let me just navigate through this and show you how it's behaving. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find the location where the incident took place, and we just want to look at the incidents that are available to us. So right now I'm looking at, you can either just pick the facility and hit all the incidents for that facility irregardless of the status, or you can just pick open or closed or what have you, right? So to just keep this simple, we're going to this is a branch right away where it forks off, so we're going to look at only the ones from Arapahoe that are open. And what we see is that there's 3 different incidents at this time. Okay, one was a death, one was a firearm involvement, and the other one was an assault. Okay, now we want to look at either, let's say we wanted to add notes or change notes, change the existing notes for number 17. Right now I have this set up this way. So if we hit that, number 17 carries over. You can see that's loading up in the notes page, and then you can see that there's 2 separate notes for this incident, this assault incident. Okay, both of these were tests, but what you can see is that the dates were 5 days apart. And let's say, for instance, these notes are fine. I could add another one, or I could change the status. Now when I say that, it means I'm not going to add a note. I just want to change the investigation or the status of the incident by updating these 2 attributes. So that's where this is branching off to. This will branch off to a blank form to add a new note, which would append to this current notes builder report. But let's say that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is, say the summary was wrong on one of these notes, and I want to fix that. I want to fix note number 129. So if I hit edit here, look at what happens. It's carrying 129 over, and the incident value fine. And it's loading the update previous note form, but it's loading it inside this notes page. I want this to load by itself. Remember when I was on the call with you, I told you that it was acting funny and buttons were showing up from a different form? Well, these are the buttons from the prior form. Right? These are correct. These are where I want them to be. But when I click on this, I want this update page, this update previous note, to be its own page, and to have its own buttons. There's actually objects that are missing because they're hiding underneath this. So if we go to the design of this and look at that, the update previous note form is right here, and this is what I want to see. I want it to just look like that. Of course 129 would be there, but it's not carrying over right now. But where they can, and I actually also want this to be pre-populated with the data that was previously reported. And I still want to retain this stuff, that's fine. But I just don't understand why, first off, this needs to pre-populate with the record from the query, and secondly, it should be its own form. It shouldn't be embedded inside that other form. Now, the things that I think that you would want to look at is, for instance, see how it looks like these are all, these attributes all have the embedding in there for a dynamic form element. So I'm not sure why that's not working. There's a query up here to get all that stuff. Yeah. Those are all the attributes, and they're all text except for the date. So it should be pretty straightforward. I have this get here. I don't know if that's right. Maybe that should be a session. Config files in there. So I don't know why that's not pre-populating. But when we go to the, the incident where that is actually pulling over, it's from this table. Okay, if we look at that link, it's telling us to go to this table right here with the text edit and carry over that notes ID, the primary key value. Okay, and that's what the name of this table is. Right here. And it is loading it. It's just loading it inside that form, inside the initial notes page, which is this one. Right, it's loading it inside here. Now this is carrying over values from a different instance. That's because this is a different this is a different browser. I had two instances of Rack Forms open, and this is a different one. But this one's doing the same thing. Say it's still embedding this update previous note inside this form up here, noteslistfacility.php, and it should be just leaving that. It has something to do with navigating away from that form. So if you have a chance, I'd like you to take a look at that. I could send you the file. Just let me know when to do it. I know you got other things to do, and tonight's not feasible. But I think this is probably something quick. What I have tried is navigating it from self, top. I've tried different ones of these things, and it's no matter what I've done, it still wants to do that. And I've never seen that before, to be frank. So it might be just another bug in my version of this application. I don't know, but if you have any quick ideas as to what that might be, shoot me a line. Thanks. Appreciate it.